Here with?
E.
Nice to meet you, E.
Nice to meet you.
Whereabouts are you from originally?
Port Arthur, Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Born and raised?
Born and raised, unfortunately.
And how old are you?
I'm 36.
How was your childhood growing up in Thunder Bay?
Normal. Normal. Yeah.
So how was it in Thunder Bay growing up compared to how it is now?
Thunder Bay was a lot quieter. You could go with your friends down the street. You didn't have to worry about people jumping you, fucking getting into fights, getting robbed, any of that shit. Now, doesn't matter if you're a kid or you're a fucking adult. You can get robbed and shot and stabbed anywhere pretty much. Yeah. And drugs are everywhere too. Everywhere. Yeah.
At what point do you think it started getting bad?
Probably about 15 years ago. Really bad 15 years ago when the Diz came into Thunder Bay, pretty much. Fentanyl patches, and then when they started actually making Diz and sending it in.
So what's the whole scene in Thunder Bay like?
The violent, we're all drug addicts pretty much. It's beautiful on the outside of the city, right? There's lots of nature and stuff, but the inside of the city is just really ugly. Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because drugs drove everybody crazy pretty much. It runs their life. It ruins their lives. Pushes them to be people that are not, right?
Are you currently homeless?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At what point did you become homeless?
Probably about 4 or 5 years ago. This is probably 4 or 5 years ago.
And do you remember what it was like when you first became homeless, or what caused you to become homeless?
I lost my apartment because I lost my children, and I couldn't get a house after that. I am on disability, and rent is $400 a month, and the rent went up to $1,200. It's not enough to live off of at all. So no matter what, I have to do some sort of illegal activity to make money to even be able to pay for rent. Yeah.
Do you do any substances or anything like that?
I do fentanyl and I smoke crack.
How much do you think you would spend on that on an average day?
As much as I can get my hands on. Literally every single penny that I get, except for maybe $5 or $10 a day, goes to that. No joke. I can spend up to $1,000 a day on drugs, if not more.
Do you think you would want to get clean at some point?
I did get clean when I was in jail. I just got out of jail, and I graduated high school. I was on a really good path, and then I got out and went straight back downtown and fucked it all up.
Is there any services here to help people with trying to recover?
There's a lot of services, but they take a lot of time. They take months. Sometimes to get on methadone or Suboxone can take up to 1 to 2 weeks, and in that 1 to 2 weeks, that person can overdose and die, right? So, and then any other programs take a really long time to get into, and they also want you to be sober before you start going there, which I don't think is really fair, because the issue is drug problem, right? So
is there anything you think that can be done here to change how it is?
Honestly, I don't know, man. Some of these people just want to live like this. I know there's people who want to change, they say it, but when it really comes down to it, they don't change, right? They have opportunities and they don't take them. So I really don't know. I'm the same. I fucked up so many times. I don't know. There could be more supports for people instead of encouraging them, giving them drug kits to go use. They could have places for people where they could, with sober living houses. That could help, maybe. I don't know. The government needs to spend more money on programs for people to live sober and not, fixing new roads every fucking year.
Is there any sober living houses in town?
There's 3 or 4. 2 of them are for men, one's for women, and then another one is only for battered, abused, or trafficked women. So you literally, if you want to go to one of them, you have to lie and say you've either been beaten, abused, or you're in an abusive relationship, or you've been trafficked. Yeah. Which, like, I mean, a lot of people lie about it, but, you know, like, it doesn't feel good to lie about something like that.
I've seen a documentary about, like, a lot of indigenous people being murdered here. Like, do you care to speak on that?
Happens all the time. A lot of Native women go missing. A lot of stabbings happen because of, like, gang relations, because of debts, because of turf. It happens all the time, but a lot of women go missing because they owe drug debts, or, you know, someone in their family owes drug debts, and they get taken out of town to go work. It happens to white women, Native women. It doesn't matter your color. It happens to a lot of women.
And they get taken out of town?
They get taken out of town to go fucking pay their debts off. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't.
Do you know people that this has happened to?
A lot, yeah. Yeah.
And what are some of the craziest things you've seen living in Thunder Bay?
Oh my god. I saw 3 people get killed in front of me. I'm not gonna say anything more about that. But yeah, I saw 3 people die in front of me, but they were murdered. I've witnessed so many dead bodies in buildings. I literally can, like, if I walk past a room now, I can smell if there's a body in it or not, yeah. I've witnessed some fucked up shit. Some really fucked up shit. Like, it's too much to even get into. Way too much to even get into.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.